Soon after that, I started getting more referrals, and later on I met Ryan, and that was still sort of at the beginning of me starting my business when I met you 2 years ago, really.
Yeah.
And as we're getting a chance to see your studio, and we will have an opportunity to post some of your work so our listeners can see it. But how would you describe, your style and what you do?
For my style, I would say I have a lot of different styles. So I think one thing that I've noticed about myself is that I don't really like to commit to a certain style. I'm just kind of, each project is its own experiment, so I do a lot of abstract styles with really bright colors right now. That's kind of what I enjoy doing, but in the past I've done a lot of watercolor portraits, just trying to capture likenesses, and then of course I work for clients now, so whatever their vision is, I'll sketch that out and make it happen for them. But generally I try to keep things very positive and cheerful, bright colors.
Man, this is really exciting, Sean. This is Deconstructing Dallas with Ryan Trimble, Sean Williams. We're going to take a quick break, be right back with local muralist Mari Pohlman. Stick with us.
Hey everyone, it's your pal RT here, and you won't believe it, but it is back. That's right, I'm talking about the code WOWFRESH for $10 off your first order on Walmart Grocery Pickup. Download the Walmart Grocery app today, and with your first order over $50, you can save $10 on the already low prices that will help you and your family to save money and live better. My wife joined and couldn't believe the savings and loved the convenience of driving up and having someone load the groceries in the trunk for her. So if you want to add some wow to your day, punch in the code WOWFRESH today for $10 off your first order of Walmart Grocery Pickup. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Welcome back, Deconstructing Dallas. Sean Williams, Ryan Trimble. We are with Mari Pohlman. Mari, I wanted to ask about some of the projects you've done in Dallas, because I know we drive by one of your projects pretty much every day. But for some of our listeners, what are some of the things you've done here locally?
So I think the neighborhood where I've done the most work is Uptown Dallas. So a couple years ago, I got connected with Uptown, and they were doing a project to revitalize the underpasses underneath the Katy Trail. So it was a placemaking project. These were just kind of random locations that no one would have ever considered before, and we ended up putting murals on them. So I worked with Anita Simmons, and the first concept I ever showed her was these fortune cookie slips, and one of them said, "The best times of your life have yet to be lived." And I showed her that idea, and she just went for it, was very trusting, and let me do actually 2 of those on the Blackburn underpass under the Katy Trail. And then later I ended up doing 3 more murals for Uptown Dallas. And then I've also done things in West Dallas, Deep Ellum. I worked with the fire station recently to do a new public mural that's 25 feet high for them. So,
what are your projects in West Dallas? Because I live close.
West Dallas, I have one at Sylvan 30. Mm-hmm. So it's right off of the service road to 30, and it's these 3 dogs that are overlooking this grassy hill. So you could see that. And also at Sweet Pass Sculpture Park, I have a film projection screen that I painted an abstract border. So the projection is in the middle, so they played David
cool.
Byrne's True Stories for an event. That was the first film that was shown there.
Oh, cool.
So.
Man, that is so cool. I love that. And so you've recently started a cool project. I followed you on Instagram, of course. And tell us your Instagram handle.
My Instagram is Marpohl, so it's MARPOHL.
If our listeners are on their phone right now, go check it out. You got to design the car wraps for Alto recently. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Alto is a really cool ride-sharing company based in Dallas, and they approached me and asked if I wanted to do an art car for them. So they did one previously, which is Alley K, if you've seen it. So I did another one, and basically it's driving around town now, and it's vinyl wrapped with this very multicolor, really bright pattern. So that was a great opportunity. I've never even dreamed of being able to design a car. So when I see that it's just driving around, that's amazing.
That's cool.
Now, you've been here in Dallas for a little while, and you've seen the city change. You're actually living in a neighborhood that's doing a lot of changing. So I'd be interested in your thoughts, on the city and even the art scene here and what you're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I came back to Dallas for a reason. I think that Dallas is an amazing city to live in right now. Obviously, it's booming for a reason. I think that we have a lot of connectedness here. I feel like if you're someone who wants to be active in the city, you have lots of opportunities for that, and especially for artwork. And I think also this city is embracing public artwork, and I'm obviously happy to see that. And also just with all of the companies that choose to put their headquarters here, I mean, for the arts community, if we can work together with businesses, and businesses are now financing these big public art projects, I just think it's been the perfect environment for me.
So that's, love hearing that. So what's next for you?
What's next for me? Right now, I think my next move is to the Cedars. So I'm going to be moving my studio. I'm most likely going to be joining Cedars Union. So that's a community of artists there, 16 different artists at a time that kind of set up their studios there, and just kind of having a chance to work with more tools, expanding my studio practice and making more art that can be put in galleries. And then also, working with more big brands, expanding nationally and going outside of Dallas. But I think that Dallas will always be a good hub for me. And also, I want to work more with restaurants and other businesses to curate like an entire art plan for them, which may include my work, may include work of other artists that I help to curate to give more opportunities to other artists as well.
One of my friends is an artist that I grew up with. His name's Trenton Doyle Hancock. And I visited his studio in Houston last year. And so sitting here in your studio kind of reminds me of that. And I'm always interested, as I was in my time with him, in your process. Like, I know you got an event coming up with Nike, and you talked about what you're going to be doing for them. So I'm interested in how, you know what the concept is going to be, and to get from discussing a concept to sketching it out or whatever you may do until it's installed or displayed. Like, what is your process like?
Yeah, great question. So Nike's a really good example. So in that case, the client will generally reach out to me and kind of let me know, hey, we're looking for a mural piece, and basically I'll just chat with them and kind of get to know what's the goal, what's your vision for this, what kind of art are you looking for, and then from there, once we've agreed, I will start sketching, and I will show them multiple options. So usually I'll show 2 or 3 options to them, and they'll have a chance to chat with me about it. I'll explain to them about the designs, and then they'll choose the one they want to go forward with, and then I'll kind of refine it based on whatever comments they have. So it's a very custom process with each client. So that's how it worked with Nike. So I came up with a design, and I'll show them the digital sketch, and then once we're all good to go, then I'll actually go to paint the thing. So the painting process is kind of its own. But
and I guess your digital sketch, like, how does that come about?
On the iPad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I usually do it on the iPad or in Photoshop. So I'll just kind of composite whatever images, maybe sketch it out on my tablet, and then I'll be able to show them a mock-up before I've ever painted it of exactly what the mural is going to look like. A sketch form of it.
Yeah.
But
okay, very cool.
Well, that's really cool. And you gave us your Instagram. Where else, if our listeners want to find you, or if a business wanted to find you, where could they go look?
I think my Instagram really is the best place. It's the most up to date. And then from there, they can find my website, www.maripol.com, which has all of my murals and my projects and also paintings that I have for sale. And on Instagram, I'll be advertising if I have any art shows coming up, things like that.
We got these really cool Mari Pohlman pins and stickers too, so we're really on the come up here with Deconstructing Dallas.
That's right. Well, Mari, thank you so much for coming on today.
That was really fun.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
Welcome back. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Sean Williams, Ryan Trimble. Fired up about art after that conversation with Mari.
Come on, give me some more murals, baby.
I think, it's almost like doing like an Easter. This is like the third Easter egg reference, but like an Easter egg hunt where we can go and find some of these murals that she's done around town. And I'm going to post a couple on social media as well before and after the interview. So, it was fun.
I'm keeping my eye out for the car, the Alto car. I've seen a couple of just the plain white Alto, the Buick Enclaves or whatever they are. But keeping my eye out for the one that she designed for sure. So big thanks to Mari. She was a great host. Thank you for offering the Girl Scout cookies and the lemon water. It was chilled. It was perfect. Such a cool setup. She's got her studio. She's got her apartment. So, she's doing it, man. She's doing it. Well, that's exciting. We've got an exciting weekend Saturday helping out the Desiree Dillon, Brad Cheeves, and our friends over at SMU. They're hosting some local elected officials for the game. It's a fun event. We do it about once a year, and so
who are the Ponies playing?
Ponies are taking on the ranked Houston Cougars. So going to be a tough matchup at Moody. The Ponies have had some strong wins, and then they've tripped up a couple times on the road, but there's some magic in that old barn.
This will be my first game of the year. Usually I've already gone to 2 or 3 by now.
Yeah. Well, heck, maybe you should go tomorrow night, Sean. UConn tomorrow night.
UConn is tomorrow night.
Yes, who's never won at Moody. So
got to keep the streak going.
Keep the streak alive, Ponies. So
I don't know if I've seen SMU lose. I feel like every game I've gone to, they've won.
Did you hear that? Coach Jank, invite Sean Williams.
I'm just saying, sometimes the streaks just work out like that.
That's right. You and Peruna need to be on the sidelines, I think.
Well, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to working with our friends at SMU. It's always a great event, always a great time, and you never know who you're going to find there.
That's right.
You never know. So that's something that I'm looking forward to.
Pony up indeed.
All right, well, we are done for this show, and we are very thankful that Mari Pohlman joined us. We're looking forward to seeing more of her work. We want to thank our bosses here at Allen Media. We want to thank Jennifer Pascal. We want to thank Mary Woodley. We'd like to thank you, our listeners, for tuning in. We have got one real true request. Our biggest request is subscribe to this podcast, regardless of your podcasting platform of choice. We know it's something that you can subscribe to so that when we post a new episode, it will automatically pop up when you open up your podcasting platform. So please do subscribe. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review. It'll be great. But more than anything, you can subscribe and you can tell a friend about us, because what we're trying to do is grow our numbers, make sure that more people listen this week than did last time. And so please let us know. So we